Alright, YouTube Dizzle. I am here with a very, hold up so you can see my face. Ignore my criminal cornrows, okay? But I'm here with a very, very important video for the young African American community. How to play spades. Now, the African community at every cookout, every family event, probably since around the time you was about 12, maybe your whole life, let's just say for your whole life, you went around a bunch of old folks playing cards, and they said, well, we're playing spades. You say, I want to play spades because you think card games are fun. And what did they tell you? Boy, you don't know nothing about no spades. Girl, you don't know nothing about no spades. What you doing over here playing spades? You don't know how to play no spades. I ain't teaching you how to play spades. And that's what your favorite big cousin is for. Because me, I learned how to play spades on my own in college. And I'm here to share that information with you because so many black people, young black people around my age, don't know how to play spades. So I'm going to teach you a game that I've been playing roughly since I was about 17 or 18 because I enrolled in college early. So here we go. So first, get a deck of cards. Okay. Now, this is the big, caveat or turning point in spades. Before you play spades, people play spades differently. I play big joker, little joker. Now, this is an important question when you get out of there. Like when you sit at a table, the first thing you want to ask is, how do y'all play spades? How do you bid? Some people call them tricks. Some people call them, it's different names for the point system, and it's different games for the style of play. I play to, you feel what I'm saying? Where points are we going to? Some people play to 500. If you got a little bit of extra time, you play to 1200. But let's just start right here with the style of play. I play big joker, little joker. Now, what does that mean? Okay, I'm gonna explain to you the gist of the game, like the main focal point of the game. And another key thing is don't show this to no old person because old people do not play big joker, little joker. But the premise of the game, the point of the game is pretty much the same. Okay. But big joker, little joker is typically the way a younger person, typically around my age, would play. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure these two cards stay in the deck. This is the big joker. We're gonna refer to this, the colored joker is big joker. The uncolored joker is the little joker. Okay, I'm gonna leave these two cards right here. So everybody gets the same amount of cards. Everybody's supposed to have either 13 or 14. I'm gonna redeal a deck and I'm gonna simulate a game so you can understand. But what you wanna do is you wanna make sure the big joker and the little joker stay in. And then you wanna take the deuce of diamond. Yeah, this is the deuce, it was looking like a 5. The deuce of diamond and the deuce of clubs come out. So that way the number between that's distributed is even. Okay. Now, that's cool. If I can get it to stay like this so you can see the cards. All right, boom. We're gonna deal the deck. Everybody gets the same amount of cards, and the first person to go is the person to the left of the deal. So I'm gonna deal myself a hand. You, the person behind the camera, get a hand. The imaginary, you feel what I'm saying? Like we playing games back in the day, playing on Xbox, playing on Dreamcast, playing on PlayStation 2, playing on PC, whatever. This gonna be the computer, and this gonna be the computer. I'm just gonna simulate a hand so you get the gist of it. But here we go. I'm gonna deal the entire deck out. And after I'm done dealing the deck out, I'm gonna make you look at your cards and explain the game. All right. Damn, all right, now everybody is supposed to have the same amount of cards. Now some people get fancy and start doing all the tricks, going back and forth, going left, going up, going right. We don't really need to do that right now. Some people do it for good luck. Some people do it for intimidation. some people do it just to do it, but right now we just gonna count. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, correct. Everybody's supposed to have 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, bang. Feel free to take notes. You should be taking notes. Go back to the beginning, get out a pen and paper, and record and put some notes down and replay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We'll recount that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. Everybody has 13. All right. We're gonna keep score. Team YouTube is us. Team CPU. All right, before everyone say hello to my dad. All right. Before each go round, before we play till all the cards are gone, we need to guess how many times we can win, or how many hands. So when somebody puts a card out, we need to guess between me and you being my partner. We play this game in twos. We're a team, and these two are a team. We need to guess based on looking at how many cards and come up with a score, how many hands we can definitively win. So if I look at my hand, that's a win, that's a win, that's a win. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna say I got a hard 6. Now looking at your hand, I'm gonna explain. I know you're thinking how we win the hands, but this ties in. How do we win the hands? This is the first part to the next part, which is the actual playing of the game. Okay, so I'm gonna say 6, but I'm gonna look at your hand for you. 1. Damn, that's trash. 2. Sure. So let's just say 8. Let's just say you got 2, because this hand is booty, like real nonsensical booty. So we gonna bet 800. Now we have to hit, well, we're gonna bet 80. Either way, like, you feel what I'm saying? You're gonna bet how many, you get what I'm saying? You bet the number of books you think you have, hands you think we're gonna win. Now, some people just score differently styles. There's different styles. People in North Carolina play different. People in Virginia play different. People in Florida play different. They going, you feel what I'm saying? You could count each hand as 1, and y'all could play to 15. You know what I'm saying? However you want to play it, but each hand is 1. But we have to get 8. You feel me? We have to get 2 8 books. Now, if some people play, if you overbid, we won't scratch that. So if we bet 6 and we get 8, we might only get 6 out of the 8. Or we may take away 2, you feel what I'm saying? Let the problem balance out itself. Is different now. Before, this is the important part about why you shouldn't show an older person this video. It's the same reason why you don't know how to play spades in the first place. But no. You don't play like that. You don't play like that. You don't play like... I'm telling you. Do not show this video to anybody that swear they know how to play spades. Just do me that favor and don't show nobody else's video. Show it to your friends, show it to your homeboys, show it to your homegirls. People in prison play differently. People everywhere somebody learns to play spades or playing spades is fun. Everybody plays the game a little bit differently, but the main point of the game pretty much stay the same. And that's the part we're gonna get into. So for our sake, I'm gonna show you your deck. I'm gonna show you your cards, and I'm gonna explain as the turns go around. You feel me? This is your deck of cards. Just get a good look. Yeah, you can see all of them, except this one. Bang. And then what's this one on the end? What's this blank ass card? I'm about to say. Is there another card right there? What's this card I'm touching? Oh yeah. It's 3, and then there's that one. Bottom. Alright. So I'm gonna explain the game as we play the hands, and I'll play through the CPU. Now don't get mad at the CPU for not following the rules per se, because I'm gonna just be throwing them out randomly, but I'm gonna try to follow the rules. The important part is you follow along. Okay, the name of the game is simple. Throw out the highest card. So the person to the left of the dealer goes first. So I'm gonna just shuffle both of them, and I'm gonna just pluck them at random. Is another rule, but we can penalize them, but don't be too harsh about penalizing them for real, because obviously nobody's there to nobody's really human there. So we're gonna do this at random. Bang. Okay, this person has the big joker now. Somebody walk past. All right, this person has the big joker. This is the highest card in the game. Big joker, little joker, deuce joker. Deuce of spades. Spades, that's why the name of the game is called spades. Spades beats everything. This is what we call a spade. See? Yeah, keep scaring me. Spades beats everything. So even if somebody throws out a diamond, and let's say this was a diamond, and you had to throw out you have to follow suit. So this is a spade. Now you have to pick from all of these cards and play a spade. And that's where the game gets a little bit tricky, because this game, because you have to throw out a spade, and as you can see, you only have one spade, which would be the joker of spades. Now, it's just like any other card game. The highest card wins, but this means you automatically lose. You feel what I'm saying? And part of playing the game and being a good partner is you can't talk across the table. Now, the way I play is if you talk across the table, we take a hand, or we call them, well, in Baltimore, and a lot of black people, we generally call them books. So this one hand is what we're calling a book. So if I was to look at you and say, well, why the hell would you throw that out there? And you talk back to me and say, because I ain't have nothing. This is an automatic loss. You can't talk across the table. It's one of the strictest rules in spades. Do not talk across the table. Some people play hardball, no casual talk, no how's the weather doing, no what you know, scratching, no kicking, no doing like this. Do not talk across my table, because I'm hardcore about it too. I don't want y'all winking. I don't want y'all talking, especially if I know y'all hang out together, y'all be together seriously. Do not talk across the table, because I'm taking a book. But this hand is trash because, no, let me see. You only have, yep, that was the only spade. But you have to follow suit. Now the next part of the rule is, I'm only gonna look at this one because obviously, bang. Okay. I'm only gonna look at this one because it has to follow suit. So everybody has a spade. Now, the next portion of the rule is if you follow suit. Now, let's say this is a spade. All right, just don't knock nothing over, see. Don't put your booty on the cards. This is a spades hand, right? Now, let's say I lie and say I don't have any more spades. And I throw out a 5 of clubs to try to keep, the 6 of clubs to try to keep my spades. I can't do that. Because if I do that, that's called a renege, and you can't do it with any hand. So, what's going on, fat girl? What's going on, fast?
What you doing?
Making a YouTube video.
How? You're just recording.
And I'm gonna upload it to YouTube later. Okay, so I have to put out a spade.
Why?
If I put this out and I come back to it, people keep track of it. You see what I'm saying? So if they keep, we gonna call that a renege. It's like going back on your word. You feel what I'm saying? Some people, like, you might hear it as a slang term, like, how you gonna renege on me like that? That's from spades. It's like you did something and then you backtrack. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like an Indian giver. You can't play out of hand unless you have to play out of hand, which is where strategy comes in. And I'll explain that in another hand, but right now. All right, so you gotta know another thing about playing spades is like knowing when to lose and knowing when to win. Okay, now this person threw out the big joker. You threw out the jack. Whatever this guy's name is, the jack. This person threw out a 7. I make this person throw out a 7 because the highest card wins. So if you see your partner win, because nothing trumps big joker or nothing trumps a spade, you have to concede. Now, it doesn't make sense for me to throw out the king of spades. We already lost. Nothing's beating this. So what you need to do when you see me win a hand or you see your partner win a hand is go low. Trash can it. Take your win. You should be getting it by now. You go low and you trash can it because you save your good spades or the cards that won't get beat later down the line for when you need them, just in case you have to jump in and save the day. So this is called a book. Damn, I didn't bid for the computer, but let's just say for sake of conversation, we bid 800, they bid 800. Right now, they have 1. See that? And we're gonna keep doing this until everybody runs out of cards. And we're gonna play, we're gonna say one hand is 10 and we're gonna play to 500, or we're gonna play to 1,000. We typically play to like 700, 750, 800. Not 750. Well, yes, I heard 750 before, but we're gonna play to 700, 1,200 or 1,200. You know what I'm saying? That's typically what I'm used to playing to. All right, so winner goes again. So left person won because they threw the joker. Here we go again. This is a 6 of diamond. Now you gotta take this advice. You need to learn the strategy of the game and looking at the cards and guesstimating what other people have in their hand. And remember, we're plucking from this at random. So we're not exactly seeing this person's strategy, but that's what this is. You know what I'm saying? So the suit is diamonds. Everybody has to follow diamond. All right, this is your hand. You really can't help me out here. You got a 3 of diamonds, which is cool. Hold up. Let me see. Let's see on this corner. I feel like I missed one. Yeah. Okay, you got that 10 of diamonds, and you got this. So, what's this? What's this? L. Why the is it an L? What's L? Oh, J. I'm tripping. All right, you got the jack, the jester, whatever the nigga name is. I forgot what his name is. You gonna play that jester, And that means, and I'm gonna view that as we won. Now, when you jump out there in the street, always be careful. This is like a golden rule of spades. Be mindful of when you jump out there and put big cards out there and think you won, unless you're going last. Because now this person just won. So even though you thought you won with the jack, got the queen, now I would have to come in and save the day. I hope you picking up on the strategy though. But I can't save the day because I have this 9 and I have to play it. So we down 2-zip. It's this person's go now, and we're gonna play it again. Eight of spades. I got queen of spades. This person doesn't have any more spades. You need to concede, just lay down, roll over. I got us. Oh, my bad. Lay down, roll over, I got us. Find me a spade, find me a spade. Find me a spade, find me a spade, find a spade, find a spade. You ain't got no spades, which sucks. This hand with some bammer. All right, so what you need to do is just go low and just don't ever renege. Just drop that 3 of diamonds. People gonna complain about it. We won though. All right. All right, and highest card wins, but the ace of the deck, my bad, the ace of the deck is the highest ranking card too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king, ace. I mean, yeah, ace. So you need to play a non-winning heart, a non-threatening heart, save your ammunition for another day. I'm about to say, please tell me it's deuce. That's deuce. Lay it down. I'm gonna take this 5 of heart. We just gonna play this hand out until more rules pop up that you need to know. But that's pretty much the main premise of the game, is win each hand and hit how many points you need to hit until shot clock expires. But it's one more thing that's called cutting. So I'm gonna see if I can explain cutting right here. All right, let's see. I got a pretty killer hand now. So I threw out the ace of spades, a high one. This person only has the 3 of spades. You ain't got no more spades. So we're gonna lay it down. I be with them niggas. Lay it down. Deuce of spade, I lost. Okay. I'm gonna explain that on the next one. But this person threw down the deuce of spade is higher than the ace of spade, though. But that's just for spades. I knew I was gonna run into something, but I'm gonna run into another point called cutting. Okay. So we lost that. Gonna shuffle and play. Let's see. Bang. 4 of spades. I don't want a spade. Get another spade. Another damn spade. Okay, a diamond. Ace of diamonds. All right, this is good because I don't have any diamonds left. All right, so my opponent just threw out an ace of diamonds, and I don't have any more diamonds left. But instead of conceding and just throwing out like a petty 6 of club, I'm gonna cut them. Well, either way, it's called cutting. Throwing something out, no, throwing out a suit is called cutting, but a spade trumps everything. So if this person threw out a diamond, I'm gonna cut the deck. I'm gonna throw out my king of spades. And if I threw out a 4 of spade, a 5 of spade, a 6 of spade, is an automatic win because it's a spade. The only caveat is I cannot renege. I cannot go back on my word and say I don't have any more diamonds because that's 2 books. Some people take a book, take 2 books. If I come back and take a diamond, we have 2 winning hands. If I come back and play a diamond, we giving up 2 winning hands, and that's gonna affect our score, no matter what. So now, since I threw out this spade, I'm winning. I cut the deck. Most people will ask you, why you cutting? You sure you cutting? You know what you doing when you cutting? Yes. Cut. This is the only other spade I had, but since I don't want to lose right now, and the score is 3-3, I'm going to cut the deck with my king. This hand does not have any more spades left, so this is a bammer hand. Like really suicide for that hand. All right, now you still have to follow suit. Oh, my tripping, because they still have to follow suit with a diamond. Everybody still has to follow suit with a diamond. Nobody can play out of hand just because I threw out a spade. If you have a diamond, you still got to play a diamond. And that's why it's called cutting the deck. It's the beauty of cutting the deck. So you still have to play a diamond too. Even if it's the only diamond you have, and even if it's a pretty solid diamond, you still got to play it. But we won that deck, and now the score is tied 3-3. Got a lot of cards to go. I'm going to play Little Joker. This person is going to play anything because this is one of them suicide hands. But that's the gist of the game. You have to play a spade. And you have no more spades. These hands were really trashy. So I'm going to do 7 hearts. This person doesn't have anything left. And that, my friends, is how you play spades. Keep score. However, you can Google how to keep score. Keeping score really isn't exactly like the most difficult part. The difficult part is trying to do this part. But that's the gist of the game. Highest card wins. Stay in suit. Stay in turn. Don't talk across the table. Think strategically. Talk cash, and when you feel like winning, since I just won 2 hands in a row, I know you was wondering why black people do that. That means I'm busting your ass, and I want to see you do something pretty nice. And I know nobody else has anything to compete with my hand at this point, so I'm just going to do a nice little victory lap on the computer. That would be dumb to play that. All the hands, I played this one. Means we won again. I came through in clutch time, so don't mind me. I'm gonna just show you what it is and what it ain't. She jumped me. The computer jumped me with this queen. So it's looking. I played this. You played. The computer played this. But you got this in hand. Take us home. Because the ace, it goes ace, king, queen, jack, 10, 9, 8. And you thinking you won this hand, but cut. And we lost because spade trumps everything, even a win. And that's how ruthless and cutthroat the game of spades is. This person did not have any more clubs left, but they had a spade, and that's why you cut, because it comes in clutch, especially towards the end of the game. So you have to be strategic with all of the cards. And right now the score is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 4. And this card, I'm gonna throw out a 10 of spades. This card has no more spades left. You have no more spades left. You have no more spades left. The last 3 I just played just destroyed my phone's storage. One of us needs to come up with a victory.